Good evening, friends of Cornerstones of Care, and welcome to Savor the Sound 2021. I'm Chad Harris, Chief Development Officer of Cornerstones of Care, and I am so pleased that you're joining us this evening for a unique and exciting evening of food, music, and creativity, all in support of our mission, partnering for safe and healthy communities. I hope that many of you, like I have already had a fun afternoon and evening with your culinary creations. I know my kitchen is smelling amazing, and I'm looking forward to more collaborative creations this evening along with you through our program. You know, for 150 years, Cornerstones of Care has been responding to the needs of children and families in our community. This approach has evolved over the years based on the community needs evolving. This includes the evolution of our own Build Tribe program, which Savor the Sound tonight supports. Your support tonight helps us continue to make a difference in the lives of children and youth in our community through Build Tribe. You'll hear more about this unique approach to therapy, education, employment, and healing throughout the evening. Because tonight is about raising money, I want to start by thanking our generous sponsors for tonight. They include our White Oak sponsor, True North Outdoor, our Osage Orange sponsors, Benson Method, Dr. Mark Box of Conrondelet Rheumatology, Drexel Technologies, Sorello Group, and Quixotic. Our Western Cedar sponsors, Monarch Build, the Savant Group, Smithville Montessori Academy, and Tomstown Distilling. And our Honey Locust sponsors, Jim and Mary Kay Hogan, Lathrop GPM, and the Riverside Chamber of Commerce. If you would, please raise a glass as a toast of appreciation to these sponsors. Thank you very much. But we aren't done. We welcome your donations throughout the night in a number of ways. First, we hope that you'll connect with us through your mobile device to donate at our site one.bidpal.net/savorthesound. We'll be sending special text updates throughout the evening. Or you can visit us online at cornerstonesofcare.org to make a gift and learn more about all of our programs, including Build Tribe. Or 3, bid early and bid often on the amazing handcrafted items made by youth in our Build Tribe program through the BidPal site. That's one.bidpal.net/savorthesound. There, you can also still purchase one of our amazing farm to table box sets, which gives you access to the amazing recipes by Chef Selena Tio and additional special music performances from Calvin Arsenia, beyond what you'll see this evening. Now I'm pleased to welcome one of your hosts for this evening to tell us more about what's in store and how you can connect further with us throughout the evening. This man may not need an introduction to most of you, but he is the one that makes Build Tribe happen every day with his talented team of caring professionals and instructors. Please welcome Build Tribe Director, Mr. Theo Bunch. Good evening, Theo.
Hi, Chad. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Savor the Sound 2021. A celebration of music, good food, good drink, and good people for a great cause. This year, Savor the Sound is being brought to your doorstep to be enjoyed from the comfort of your home. The COVID pandemic has been hard. Cornerstones of Care and the Build Tribe team have worked to continue to provide essential services to the youth and families of Kansas City. By joining us here tonight, you are part of these efforts, proving that the kindness and willpower of our community is stronger than any virus. We are not just surviving, my friends. We are finding ways to thrive. Tonight being a perfect example. We have a lot of goodies for you all coming up. Interview sessions with the incredible talents of Savor the Sound, live performances, and exclusive video sneak peeks. For those of you coming to us from Facebook Live, welcome and thank you for joining us. Everybody tuning in, please share pictures of your evening by using the hashtag Savor the Sound on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We will be sharing some of your photos later on tonight, and our favorite photo, we will give a cocktail kit from the Belfry as a prize. Chad, back to you.
Thank you so much, Theo. You know, in order to get ready for tonight and to tackle some of these amazing recipes, I needed to channel a few other resources. So I'm coming to you tonight from what's Julia Child's Kitchen. So that is a source of inspiration in addition to Chef Selena Tio's own creative efforts and her partnership. I'm excited for what's cooking in the kitchen tonight. Next, to offer remarks on behalf of Cornerstones of Care, I'm pleased to welcome President and CEO, Denise Cross. Denise?
Thank you, Chad, and good evening to everyone. I hope your kitchens are filled with amazing aromas from your culinary creations, and you're looking forward to the music and expressive creativity we have in store for you this evening. Expressive and creative outlets are just one of the important approaches to treatment we provide every day to youth who have experienced trauma. The Build Tribe community provides youth education and employment to help them build self-esteem, improve communication skills, and give youth hope for a brighter future, giving them something that lasts a lifetime. The work of Build Tribe has evolved the last few years as the needs of the youth in our community have changed. This follows our agency's evolution in responding to the needs of children and families for the last 150 years. In 2020, we served over 15,000 children and families in Kansas, Missouri, and beyond. Locally, Build Tribe is reaching 300 youth annually in our education program, our residential treatment therapy, and in our Pathways Transitional Living program. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Randy, our participant from our Pathways program. Randy started his involvement with Build Tribe by spending 3 months in our intensive vocational program working in community gardens, community kitchens, and craft spaces throughout Kansas City. Randy discovered a new passion in working with his hands, building and learning trade skills. Impressed by his strong work ethic, Randy was invited to complete the advanced building trades cohort, learning metalworking, woodworking, and welding. And during this time, he secured a job at Home Depot and is now actively saving money to purchase a truck. Recently, Randy was awarded a full scholarship to enroll in the machining program this spring. Randy entered Build Tribe uncertain of his future, but thanks to our dedicated team, we've been able to provide him stability and help him discover new passions in a supportive mentoring environment. We're so excited to see what's next for Randy. Success stories like this give us hope, but these successes are not possible without your financial support. We appreciate your support tonight so that we can help Randy and others find stability, build new skills, and prepare for the bright future. I want to thank Theo Bunch and his team of caring instructors and mentors for working with you every day and the passion that they have for helping building a self-esteem in our youth. And special thanks to our culinary and creative partners, Chefs Selena Tio and Calvin Arsenia, in helping make Savor the Sound in any format a special night in support of our work. And last, my thanks to you, our community partners. It takes your financial support to help us change the future for youth in our community. And your support now helps us continue to provide treatment in ways that provide hope for a child's future success. So grab a glass of wine and get ready to enjoy your evening. And thank you for being a part of our healing community.
Thank you, Denise. You know, Randy's story is just one of the many lives we touch every day. Your support now, your support tonight allows us to help even more youth in need of the supportive community the Build Tribe provides them, to help them find hope, to help them prepare for future success. Please enjoy this special video, which shares more about the impact Build Tribe has every day.
Build Tribe is a vocational trades program that teaches kids important skill sets and connects them with mentors so they can find jobs and be successful as they age out of foster care. We have a huge network of mentors and learning sites, and then spaces like this, our wood shop, metal shop, to provide them with real opportunities and real learning experiences. Build Tribe focuses on a few core main vocational paths. We have the building trades, we have horticulture and landscaping, and then we have culinary.
The Build Tribe culinary program is used for really engaging the youth in something that they may not have had an opportunity to do. It provides them with a culinary background, provides them with the opportunity to try foods they've never even tried before or even thought about trying. We had one youth that was shocked at some of the things we made. Specifically, when we made risotto, they were all surprised that this simple dish could be so good and delicious. My personal goal with working with these youth is really just to try and show them something that they may not have seen before. And that is how much fun food can be, how amazing and inspiring it can be, like it has been for myself. I just want to show them a love of food.
We have 2 learning farms in our community that we utilize to also help the kids learn trades. We have the Ozanin campus in Martin City, and then I run the Gillis campus. And we teach them all kinds of things as far as landscaping, how to take care of plants. We do a variety of vegetables throughout the season. Youth in our program learn a lot about responsibility and what it takes and what it entails to run a farm site. It's just about the work that is actually put into growing something that you can take to the table. It's not just plugging a plant in the ground and walking away. It's hard work, and they learn that of hard work and responsibility.
The Building Trades program takes kids and gives them real-life experience in the trades of building and fabricating. We really go over everything from, building full buildings to building a conference table for a local company down the street. We teach them the skills, have them produce and do everything from start to finish to put it out into the world.
We really believe that the best way we can teach these youth to be successful in business and the working world is to engage them in business and the working world. If you own a company, Build Tribe could use your help in the hiring and educating of the young men and women that we serve. If you are a retiree, Build Tribe could use your help as a volunteer, as a mentor. If you have a skill set that has value, we could use your help to teach that skill set to a young person to help them better their lives and their futures. We have a lot of good work ahead of us, which is something that my team and I are very eager to do, and it is all thanks to you.
Thank you all for watching that video and learning more about Build Tribe and what we do day in and day out. Every morning I wake up and I'm surrounded by a sea of resilient youth that, despite what has happened to them, continue to get up and work hard to try to find a better future. Build Tribe exists to support them in this. We are there to connect them and help them find opportunity in communities that can care for them and help them continue on their journey. We do this through strong vocational training and experiences that are hands-on, real-world, and practical. Our incredible partners and supporters join with us daily to get our young folks ready for life beyond foster care. We do this because year after year, thousands leave the foster care system underserved and soon left behind. They are the highest risk population for homelessness, underemployment, and severe poverty. They are often tasked with facing the challenges of America with little to no support system and few marketable skills or talents. But for every action we take together in 2021, we will help change this reality and create a city that supports all youth. Right now, tonight, we have 3 major ways you can make a difference without leaving your couch. You can make a financial contribution, you can bid on items in our auction, or you can purchase a Savor the Sound box. Tonight is a celebration of us making a difference with you, about embracing real challenges with real solutions and enjoying the things that lift us all up: good music, great food, and great friends. For those who have already bought the Savor the Sound box, tonight is a chance to hear more from our all-star chef, Selena Tio, and the ever-incredible Calvin Arsenia. Then we have a big treat. Here live, Calvin Arsenia will taste the Savor the Sound dessert, found exclusively in the Savor the Sound Cookbook, and then compose an original piece and play it for you at home. While Calvin is preparing this musical treat, we will talk to Sheila Orensberg of Sorella Group about her experience hiring a Build Tribe graduate. We're going to start off with our Selena Tio interview. Enjoy a sneak peek of the cooking videos you'll find in the Savor the Sound box as I tell you about this amazing chef. Celina won the James Beard Foundation Award for Best Midwest Chef in 2007. She owned and ran the famous restaurant Julian in Brookside for years while competing and starring in almost every cooking show you can name. She now is the proud owner and head chef of the Belfry and remains one of Kansas City's culinary treasures. Celina, thank you for once again being our chef for Savor the Sound. So Celina, I'm going to shoot some questions at you. Thanks for joining us. And then we'll also be taking questions from Zoom and YouTube, and they'll just be getting texted to me by my kind of IT helper assistant, Craig, back there. But the first question, Celina, and a big one in my mind, is what inspired your menu for Savor the Sound? I'd love for you to talk more about that.
Well, obviously, I couldn't have done this menu without the inspiration of Calvin's music. I mean, it's utterly beautiful. His voice is amazing. The music, the harmonies, the background, his inspiration behind his music then inspired me. So it's really kind of, there's so many things going on that inspired this menu, but of course it's about the music here for me.
So is there any particular song in particular that you want to tell us about and how that connects with the food that you prepared?
Oh, well, I would say probably the most powerful one is Scars and Stripes. It's an incredibly powerful song. It came from, research that Calvin has done through the pandemic with extra time on all of our hands. And just the music, the lyrics, the story when I was chatting with Calvin was just so incredibly powerful. So I kind of wanted to pay, homage to that inspiration, if you will. So this menu is kind of all over the board, but all of it is based on his inspirations, on my inspirations of hearing the music and the textures musically, the background, the percussion, the harp, the vocals, all of it. There's just so much involved. It's so incredible to try to create a dish. Incredible and challenging, to be honest with you, to create a dish that lives up to the music.
Yeah, I think you did an incredible job. And I'm sure quite a few of the folks in our audience who bought the farm box have had a chance to kind of explore it. But I love how this cookbook is put together. Or if you check out these QR codes that you can scan, that will show you what we're talking about right now. So every single one of these menu items has a song by Calvin Arsenia that flows with it, right? And so these recipes were created inspired by that music, which I think is an incredible collaboration. And Celina, this is your third year collaborating in this way with Calvin and being part of the Savor the Sound. Why do you choose to keep being part of this? Why do you choose to support Savor the Sound, Cornerstones of Care, and Build Tribe year after year? This is no small commitment.
Well, for starters, I'm in a field where anybody can work and learn and love and give back to the community in the culinary field, and that's just one of the arms of Build Tribe out of the three. So that's one of the things, obviously, and just really giving kids the skills that they need and empower them to go on and make their own decisions and empower hopefully their future in their lives. Is really, it's an honor to be a part of it, and I'm happy to contribute any way I can.
Now, through this, we've had quite a few moments where our youth have been able to come into your kitchen and work directly with you. Do you have any thoughts or stories about that?
It was really great having the youth come into the kitchen and helping put these kits together, because they're trying to be a part of their future. They're helping to raise funds and give a reason and give a tangible reason to people to give to this organization, and they're learning skills. And to be honest with you, they're having fun in the kitchen, and I was having fun, and it was great to teach them and hang out with them and hear their stories and why they were there and what they wanted to do. And the restaurants they wanted to open in the future. It was really a pleasure.
So all of this happened in the Belfry kitchen. So we were bringing kids to you. You've had youth multiple times hang out there. The Belfry is one of my favorite spots, and I really enjoy having meetings there and going there regularly. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Belfry, which is your current restaurant, and kind of what makes it special, and what do you do there?
Well, the Belfry has a full dinner menu. It is also known as a whiskey bar, craft beer. It's just a casual neighborhood joint, really. We're a humble little place. We love having regulars. We love chatting with people that are passionate about the same things that we are passionate about ourselves, whether that be music, food, whiskey, Build Tribe, Cornerstones of Care, all of it. It's just a neighborhood hangout.
So I wanted to remind everyone really quick that if you go to our BidPal page, there's links everywhere to it. We are still fundraising for our goals, so make a donation, check out the auction items. There's a lot of good stuff on there, most of it built by our youth. So this is a chance to own something that our kids created. Celina, we've made a few things for you. Do you still have the cheese boards?
Of course, I still have the cheese boards. They're beautiful. They're stunning. They are a great piece that I will hopefully order more with maybe the Belfry and the Build Tribe logos for our charcuterie boards at the Belfry, but they're beautiful. And I'm happy that anybody has a box. I hope you are totally impressed with the contents because it blew my mind. All the work that went into this, the work that the kids put into it, building the books, building the boxes, preparing the ingredients. There's a lot of work in here and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing collaboration. I think in a lot of ways, COVID threw us all for a loop. So this really is birthed from that struggle, right? And I think it really took us somewhere special. And as far as the Belfry and the rest of your business, have you kind of felt that effect? Have you felt that pushing you into more creative ways and creative ways to kind of be as a business?
COVID is definitely, in the pandemic has obviously had me, changing my business focus, and we've had to pivot and do this and all those kind of hashtags that you don't want to say anymore because we're all over it. But, events like this would not have happened without that. And the amount of work, creativity, and it is just unbelievably amazing what this event is and what I've seen other events. It is incredible how people are thinking outside of the box to make things happen, to be successful, and to just keep on keeping on.
Well, as this as a learning opportunity for our youth, I think is incredibly powerful. And it goes back to that model that to really teach them to thrive, you put them into real situations and real business. So here we are thriving and adapting, right, Celina, to try to figure out a way that we can just keep going, keep our restaurants open, keep products arriving at people's doorsteps. So, I mean, there's not enough thanks from me to you and from Build Tribe to you for just your work and efforts on this. It was absolutely incredible. Do you have any other things you'd like to say to everybody out there in internet land before we move on?
This is an amazing cause. You should give. Please give. And keep enjoying and being, I hope you're inspired by the music and the food and everything to give back to these kids so they can continue on and make great decisions and be empowered.
Celina, thank you for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you in a little bit where you're going to be making the dessert that you will be serving to Calvin Arsenia. So Celina soon will be plating that for you. And you'll get to see all that on camera and then Calvin trying his first bite. So now it is my absolute pleasure to start our next interview and welcome Calvin Arsenia. Here's a sneak peek of some of the exclusive videos that can be found in your Savor the Sound box. Calvin Arsenia is one of the most talented and avant-garde performers Kansas City is lucky enough to call their own. He has earned his place time and time again with incredible performances, both big and small, and by constantly pushing his craft and talents to new heights. Kansas City Artist of the Year multiple years in a row, and celebrated performer from LA to Edinburgh to Paris. These videos that you're seeing right now are the exclusive videos that can be found in the Savor the Sound boxes. They were all shot just for this event. So to see Calvin perform these songs, to hear these songs, to see the Selena Tia's exclusive cooking videos, buy the box, and then those are all yours. We really did try to create a full immersive experience for you at home. Calvin, thank you for joining us yet again for another Savor the Sound. It's really, really great, kind of weird, but really great to talk to you like this and be able to dive a little bit deeper into what inspires you and what makes you tick. So I wanted to start off, if it's okay with you, with just asking what some of your main inspirations are for the songs that you chose, or why you chose these songs for the Savor the Sound experience.
Well, it obviously goes as a means for coping with the normal ebb and flow and routine discouraging things or difficult places that we go through, or that I've gone through personally. And it'd be more like, you know, what I would normally do would just be to try to use some kind of fantasy world or some kind of event or some kind of show or some kind of costume or crown to elevate myself out of that situation. And this year caused me and so many others to pause and stop and take a look and to take an inventory about what do we have in our hands and what do we need and what are we lacking. And both on like an interpersonal level and an interior level and inside of our own hearts and minds and in our tool belts as far as like, you know, what are we lacking in our and what we need to accomplish the dreams that we set out to do, or to become the people or person that I set out to become. And I saw lots of blind spots for the first time in my own personal tool belt, in my own personal arsenal. And I feel that, yeah, these songs were inspired by real life, by real life, by who I am becoming and who I have become as a product of this last 12 months. And some of that is a little bit sharp and a little bit jagged edged, but I think when we deal with reality as reality comes, that it's exactly the right time, and we have everything we need exactly for it when it comes, and that we will overcome and that we will be that I will overcome and that I will grow from it and that I will be resilient. And so yeah, I think these songs, these subjects are dealing with resilience. And I think, like I said, I was a little bit cautious because these were the new songs that I wrote last year, about presenting them in this program in particular. But I think, you know, the youth who you serve have seen some difficult things in their life, possibly, and a lot of them have. And there's no point in gaslighting them. Or the people who are supporting this cause. We have to deal with reality as it is, and love anyway, and find beauty anyway, and cherish the moment anyway, and love it all the same, and love it even more because of the things that we've been able to overcome, because of the things that showed us that we were resilient. And I'm very proud to present these pieces for Savor the Sound this year.
Well, I think it'll stay one of my favorite memories of 2021. So starting big just right off the bat was being there in that room as we recorded these, and my first time hearing this music. One of the songs that really hit me hard, Calvin, was Revelation. And I think it's a perfect example of what you're talking about, where it's not running at all from what is going on. It is a full on discussion and kind of mirror of it. And it's just a very, very powerful song. Can you talk to me a little more just about Revelation in particular, and what that song represents and the kind of the journey it's taking the listener on?
One of the things that I've been able to kind of tackle in the last few months is how the church and the Bible has become, or was always like such a huge influence in my life. And that's something that outside of the church, I was always a little bit more afraid to talk about. But I went to Bible studies for like 15 years on a nearly daily basis. And so a lot of my references in literature and in history are coming from the guise of the Bible. And I remember one day I was I was working with my producer and longtime friend Jay Ashley Miller, who is also a collaborator with Build Tribe, and we decided to work on a song together. And I walked into his studio and I said, I feel like such a great relief for all of the truth that is being seen and heard right now, but it's also very intense. And it makes me feel like just a little uneasy, but at the same time, it's like finally we're addressing the elephant in the room, and by addressing the elephant in the room, I feel like relief is coming. And so I'm in this like paradox of between relief and chaos, and so the beginning of the song starts off with a reference to Revelation chapter 10, where we see in the scripture there is an angel who is presenting a scroll to John, the prophet, who's writing down the words of Revelation. And the angel says, here's a scroll. And in the scripture it says that his face was like the sun, and that his one foot was on the land and 1 foot was in the ocean. And so I had this image of a beach, and he said, take the scroll and eat it. It will be sweet on your lips, but it will go sour in your stomach. And I was like, wow, like there's so much justice happening. There's so much awareness. There's so many people who are active, who were not active before. And it's like inspiring me to be active when I was not active before. And there's so much change that could happen, and it feels so positive. But at the same time, that positivity is the direct reaction to things that are literally life and death. And so but you cannot have one without the other. It's like this just this conflict. And so the song it sets up where I'm being served by the angel in kind of an open air restaurant, and then he comes back with extra food that I didn't pay for, nor did I need. And I feel a little bit obligated to eat it all. And at the end of the second half of the song, you hear kind of a heavy metal rock treatment to the piece that is the energy of the protests and I'm speaking about peaceful protests, about people gathering and showing up for a movement that has been happening for a long time, not just the last year, but even before the 60s. Justice has been long overdue in this country, and I appreciate you, Theo, for allowing me to have to be able to enter that space in 2021, and that wasn't that this call for justice and this love of equality on this land is not over and hasn't expired with the year. But you asked me what Revelation is about. So it's a Bible reference and an allegory, and what and how I was feeling about June, about what was happening at that time, and the song will be available to the public via your normal streaming platforms later this year. But as of right now, you here with the Box have an exclusive live performance of it, and it won't be available for probably a few more months. So if you're interested in hearing that song, please buy the box, taste the food, and enjoy.
Well, and Calvin, I really enjoyed your deep dive into what is going on right now, and how your songs were just that perfect balance and reflection of it. With that mixture of yes, this is challenging, yes, this is hard, but there is hope, and there is rebirth, and there is a chance for something better for all of us, which with Cornerstones of Care, that's a huge part of what this work is all about. It's facing the hardships head on, and then together imagining a better way of moving forward that is more equitable, that does help serve those that are underrepresented, that are forgotten, that have been left behind, and just their voices haven't been amplified and their stories have been overlooked. And so, Calvin, I think your the songs that you put together for this Savor the Sound in particular couldn't have been better. I mean, they really, really struck me hard. And at this point, you know, as part of our process, I've looked at them over and over, heard them over and over and over again, and they just keep striking me hard. We've had a few questions come in, and so I did want to ask you some things from our audience, Calvin. One of them is if you perform, can you be hired for live events? That was one question that came in. So how do we get more of you? If somebody wants you for a live event, how do they go about that?
Yeah, you can go to my website, calvinarsenia.com, and of course I perform live events. And I'm very optimistic about the way that vaccines and social distancing has the total cultural change where we prioritize each other's health over our own luxury. And so yeah, I would love to play different weddings and private events, and especially as the weather gets nice, outdoor things. So you can just go to my website. There's a booking form there, and just let me know what you're thinking and what inspires you. And yeah, I'd love to come and bring my harp Romeo to your house.
So another great question we had is, what is one of your favorite songs to perform, and why is it one of your favorites?
Wow. Gosh, I think as the seasons come and go and change, that the answer to that definitely changes. And it also probably would change based on which instrument that I get to play with at the time. Because there's certain songs that really like different instruments. Right now, I've really been enjoying playing, and I always enjoy playing Joni Mitchell. But right now, recently I started learning Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell, which is a song that also really, I mean, all of her music is timeless, but this one really epitomizes that that dichotomy, that paradox, that being in both places at once, that seeing the good and evil in a moment and accepting them both as like respecting them both, I guess. And even though things ebb and flow and things change and that people change and that you can see both above and below a cloud, and that you can be in the beginning or the end of love, or that you can be the beginning or the end of life. You still don't really know all of it. You just experience parts of it. And so, yeah, I would say that's probably my favorite song to perform right now.
So I have a bit of a personal follow-up with that. I know that recently you were working on a book of poetry. How is that project going, and when can we expect that? Look forward to it.
Yeah, that was another kind of byproduct of being inside for a whole year. I wrote a book, which will be available probably this fall. It's being distributed by and published by Andrews McMeel Publishing, which is an international publisher based here in Kansas City. And they are associated with my record label, Centercut Records. And yeah, that book is it's my first book. I didn't think I was ever going to write a book, especially not about this. And I don't know, I feel a little bit a little sheepish about it, but of course I want people who would be interested in my work as a whole and who I am and how I got to become the person I am. Please, by all means, when you see the opportunity to buy that, please do. But I also know that maybe not all of my work is for everybody, and I think that's okay.
Well, I'm definitely buying a copy, and I'm looking forward to it, Calvin, when that finally hits the shelves or the internet or wherever and however it's being distributed. Hopefully a book. You can't really beat like the physical book, right? So I wanted to give a shout out. We just got a donation. They didn't actually tell me from who, but someone just donated on the website. So thank you so much for that. Once again, you could go to the auction site to buy and donate. You can also go to cornerstonesofcare.org to donate. You can go to BillTribe.com to donate. But this is our big kickoff for the whole year. So you can join Calvin Arsenia, Selena Tio, and all these other great folks in supporting the work that Build Tribe does and Cornerstones of Care does day in and day out. And so actually, I think the most important question just came up, Calvin. Where did you get your earrings?
Yes. So let's see. These ones are from Non Vuong Designs. She is a local metalsmith and jewelry maker, and they are agate. And she handcrafts these pieces. And I've worn lots of her pieces. Last year, I had like a long kind of choker that was very ornate. And she made that piece. And tonight I thought I'd wear something new of hers that I got. So yes, Non Vuong. And if you follow me on Instagram, I have tagged her in multiple things that you will see lots of, or multiple pictures of me dripping in jewels. And it's all her work. So.
Well, I love that you're supporting local jewels, Kansas City jewelry. That's beautiful, man. Local is where it is at. So there was another question, but before I get to that one, I have one of my own. And it's exactly like I asked Celina. This is year 3 now of you supporting us. Every time I say, hey, Calvin, it's time for Savor the Sound, are you in? You have no hesitancy. You jump in full on. You give it your all. I've always been beyond appreciative of that. Why do you choose to do this year after year? Why Savor the Sound? Why Build Tribe? And why Cornerstones of Care?
As a person, one of my deep core values is about like I have to be doing things that are effective. I have to be working with things that are effective. Don't like doing the same thing twice. I don't like repeating, just repeating things that it feels like dead energy. I don't like working on things that don't go anywhere. And year after year, even before I started being involved with this project, with this program, I knew and I saw results of this. And so it's irresistible to be a part of something that is working. And I know that when you're looking at education in particular from a holistic perspective, not just trying to get test scores, but in order to equip and inspire a human to become the fullest expression of who they are, to be able to say, yes, you can do this, to be able to say that those are the ways, or there are multiple ways in order to have a fulfilling life. And here are some other options that maybe you haven't heard of before. And you are totally capable. In some kind of weird way, I feel like those are things that I wish that somebody would have told me growing up. I never thought I would be an artist, and I never really wanted to be an artist, to be real. But mostly because I didn't think that it'd be as fulfilling, or that I wouldn't be able to be able to sustain myself by doing it. And so, you go to a normal public high school, and they tell you go to, get your test scores up and study and go to college and work in an office, and that's your life. But craftsmen, craftswomen, I mean, they like these are essential things in our society. They are not just ones and zeros in a box. It's real life, real tangible things. And my father actually is somebody who's very, very good with his hands, and he has always, done all the housework around the houses that we grew up in. And also my family's houses, his siblings and my mother's siblings. My dad was always the guy fixing things up and painting this or that, or fixing this or that, both on the house and on the family cars. And his love language is fixing things. And so I see that as such a beautiful way to express yourself, even when, not everybody is good with words, and not everybody is good with, these different things. And so, and they are not a lesser pathway. And so I guess what I'm seeing that Build Tribe is doing is training, equipping, inspiring, and creating a situation, a scenario that doesn't exist anywhere else, really. To say like these are life skills that you can use either to make a living on, or just to build your house, or to work on the things around your house, or to help your community, or to build your community. But once you have these skills, you have them from now till the end of your life. You have them from now until forever. And education in this way is like, it just provides options, and it provides strategic thinking, and it provides community work and the interpersonal relationships, and going into, provides some kind of framework to transition between being an adolescent and an adult. And that time is just so hard. So anything that you can do to be involved in a young person's life in that time, I think is just amazing. And so these are the reasons why I keep coming back to this project and into this program and to Savor the Sound. I believe in it. I want to see it flourish. And more than do I want to see Build Tribe flourish, I want to see the students of Kansas City and the young people of Kansas City flourish and become the world-class makers and doers and dreamers that I know that they are. And I want to see them and us recognized for what we do in the Midwest.
Calvin, I hope everybody's internet was working fully for that, man. I hope they heard that loud and clear. Thank you for that. That is a beautiful answer, my friend. And what you just said about the youth, I think that's right on. We all have our different flags that we fly. But at the end of the day, and this is where partnerships and collaboration are so critical, it really is just about helping them. And whether it's Build Tribe, Cornerstones of Care, whether it's Synergy Youth Services, whether it's Emerging Builders, it's about just creating a better Kansas City for these kids. Because we know there's a problem, but we also know there's solutions. And Calvin, having you as a supporter and a collaborator on that adventure has been something that's been very powerful for me. So, once again, I wanted to give my thanks for that. There was a question that came through and also some donors that I would like to thank. So really quick, let me thank John Bunch, who's my dad. Thanks, Dad. Bridget Romero, Mary Lawless, and Heather Waterfield for donating. Once again, buildtribe.com, cornerstonesofcare.org, or check out the auction site to make a donation and join Calvin and Celina and everyone else in their support of this program and the youth of Kansas City. So Calvin, the other question, and we talked about the poetry book, we talked about hiring you for private events, but what are other ways that we could support you and your art? That just came in from Zoom.
Just join my mailing list, I guess, is the thing. I'm always working on something, let's be real. And I'm always trying to push the boundaries of who I am as an artist, how efficiently I communicate. I love to mix the senses. I love to use visuals as well as storytelling and garment making or collaborating with makers. So maybe, if anybody wants to collaborate, or of makers that inspire you, you can send me an email. That's through my website. There's a form there, or you can just email me at calvinarsenia@gmail.com. And because I'm thinking about doing lots of kind of special things in the city this year, and pushing myself not only as a musician, but as a creator of spaces and safe spaces for individuals and groups this year, and using different media like film and written music perhaps, as well as poetry and different online meetups and things. So to answer your question, I think the best way to stay involved and to support me would be to sign up to my mailing list. And if anything inspires you about what I do, or you think you want to connect in some way, then just send me a message, and that's either through my email list, through my Instagram, or on Facebook, and let's collaborate. I
love it. So Calvin, is there anything else you would like to leave everybody with before we move on to the next big event?
Please, keep supporting this program. We need to support our young people more than ever now, I think, because of how much we've been impacted by this last year. And everyone has been shifted and changed and pivoted in ways that were inconvenient, and these young people are not without that. So please use your funds, your friends. If you can't donate today, then ask or share it with your friends and see if anybody else can. And also don't think that even a little bit wouldn't matter. Like, just however much you can, donate today, and we will reap the rewards in the future for doing so.
Calvin, thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to your performance in just a bit as you taste the dessert for the very first time and then create an original piece around it for all of us. And so for everybody who has the box and the cookbook, and once again, you can go to the auction site to buy a farm box. We will be selling them now, we'll be selling them later, we'll be selling them until we sell out. And there's not too many left. So definitely makes a great gift. But the video of Calvin performing, we will put with the others after this event. So, but this is the first time. The song is being made right now. Calvin is making it right now. So with that, thanks again to all our participants on Zoom, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Make sure to hashtag Savor the Sound. Please donate. Please check out our auction where you can buy Savor the Sound event boxes, cocktail boxes. We have cocktail boxes, and Bill Tribe made cutting boards and a whole lot more. Let's go to Celina now as she prepares the Savor the Sound dessert for Calvin.
Well, hello again. I just wanted to, in all of this that's been going on in the past year, we needed to see some light, some brightness, all of that at the end of the tunnel. Our foster youth more than ever, particularly. So this is a dessert that I created for that reason. So I used lemon and thyme, which are light and fresh, and the winter ingredients, lemon, it really just makes you think of light, bright things. And so I have lemon curd here. Of course, like Julia Child's Kitchen, everything is prepared. Put that across. And here we have a lemon thyme cake. And because of all the amazingness of Calvin's voice, we have all these textural components. And this is that honeycomb candy that is in your kits. You just crumble that along. I think I'm maybe missing one ingredient I'm going to add. No, where is it? Right here. Some actual fresh thyme. And that's it. So this is the dish. There you go. Does yours look like that? I hope so. All right.
Anyone who knows me knows that I love herbs. It's live TV, y'all. Oh, wow. Wow. That is amazing. The recipe's in the box? I want more. Wow. Okay, it's zingy, it's punchy, it's sweet. It's rustic. It's like, and when I say rustic, like herby and like smoky. I don't know. Thyme has such like a specific taste. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna write something to this. So let's go back to you, Theo.
All right. So hello again, everyone. Once again, this is Savor the Sound 2021. It's our virtual event that goes along with the farm boxes that many of you ordered, and we sent everywhere from Texas to Michigan to Wisconsin and all over Kansas City. So if you got a Kansas City box, that was one of our instructors driving it to your house and leaving it at your doorstep. So if you would like the full Savor the Sound experience, the box, that is where it is at. So head over to our online auction and pick up your box. It is a full event at your doorstep, some shopping and assembly required. Everything tonight is in support of Cornerstones of Care's Build Tribe program and my teams that work providing vocational programming to foster care youth in Kansas City. So just a little update for those of you joining us from Facebook Live that might just be tuning in. At this time right now, Calvin is preparing his song based on his dessert experience. And we would like to welcome Sheila Ornsberg, owner of Sorella Group. So we're going to take this time while Calvin prepares to interview Sheila. She is a longtime supporter of Cornerstones of Care, and she hired one of the Build Tribe graduates. We are talking with her today about her experience with Build Tribe and how other companies can support our youth. Sheila, thank you for joining us.
Hi. How are you? Hi. I'm so happy that I could be here with you guys tonight.
So to start things off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and Sorella Group? What is Sorella Group?
So we're a commercial carpentry company. We work throughout the United States. We're headquartered in Kansas City, and we have been in business for 15 years. We perform carpentry works like similar to toilet partitions, casework, wall protection, all sorts of building products, finished products that go in commercial buildings.
Excellent. There are a lot of causes and nonprofits out there that you could work with. Why do you choose to support Cornerstones of Care in the Build Tribe program?
Well, interestingly enough, I first started volunteering at Cornerstones of Care 15 years ago. I was looking for something for my then 5-year-old to volunteer, and I was previously a baker, and I started baking birthday cakes with him for the kids because we thought that, you know, it was a small thing that we could do together, and it made such a huge difference with these kids that this was the only thing that they were getting for their birthdays, which broke my heart, but made me happy that I could help them feel special on their birthday. And our volunteer time just grew from there. And we just continued adding new family events to do with the Cornerstones of Care kids, and then grew into the Build Tribe came out of Cornerstones of Care. And then I owned a construction company. And so it just was a perfect fit for us to continue. We have carpenters that we can send over to volunteer. We're just equipped to be able to do it. And the main thing is just really trying to make a difference in one kid's life. That was my goal from the very beginning, was just to be able to make a difference in one child's life. If I could just do one, I would be happy. So I'm hoping that is, just one child.
Well, and Sheila, if more people had that philosophy and that attitude, I think we would have solved a lot of these issues we're facing a long time ago. So your support is something that has mattered a lot to me, and I know already has made a big difference for more than a few of the kids that we serve, including the young woman that you have in your employment today. Can you talk a little bit about your experience hiring and working with Build Tribe Youth?
Well, first, I was super excited because obviously we're a women-owned construction company in a field where there's not a lot of women, and our first employee that we were able to hire from Build Tribe happened to be a female. So that was super exciting for us, and she was our first female in the field. And I don't want to say life-changing, but life-changing for everybody, because we not only got to incorporate a female in the field, but then we also have these younger generation mixed in. We have an aging workforce in the construction industry. And so we've been able to combine those two, and it's a perfect fit because most older people want to share their knowledge, and she is so willing to learn and eager to learn and move on to the next thing. And it has been, I don't want anybody to look at it as a charity, because it's not a charity. It is, you are helping train these individuals for us and then preparing them to start into the workforce and doing a lot of the basic training, some of the safety and the saws and things like that. And she was already prepared for a lot of that and then ready to go right into the workforce with our field. So it's been amazing.
That is great to hear, because that is entirely what we were trying to achieve. We were trying to help these youth start those first steps. So by the time they reach you, they reach that opportunity and that potential employer, they're already ready to run. So I love hearing that, Sheila. That does me a lot of good. So as far as other companies following this model, your example on how to help youth, do you have any examples or any advice for them?
Well, I think from the construction industry, like I said, we have an aging workforce in construction and a workforce shortage. And if other companies aren't looking at Build Tribe or other organizations like Build Tribe, they should be, because these kids, like we've already said, they need opportunities. They don't have parents out there hooking them up with jobs. They don't have, neighbors that, can hire them. That's you. You're that person. And Build Tribe is that person. And I know there's a couple of other organizations, but Build Tribe is for construction. And you're like we said, putting them in a spot where they have skills, and other companies should be reaching out to you right now and asking you who you have available, because the workforce is needed and you have them available.
Yeah, we do. I mean, the raw reality of Kansas City right now is there's a lot of foster care youth that are looking for jobs and futures and communities that will care about them. And Sheila, I mean, a lot of, my strongest mentors growing up were employers. They were people that taught me landscaping and taught me carpentry. And so I am a huge advocate in the power of a place or company like yours to create those mentor relationships and create really a village that can support a tribe that can support these youth. And for our kiddos, I mean, you and I have talked about this a lot. There is no safety net once they leave the system. Often they really can be truly on their own. And so if they are not connected with a company like yours or a group that will help them, I mean, that is a scary place for anyone to be, yet alone an 18, 19-year-old just setting out on their journey, right? So I think the other piece of this is, we really focus on real world experiential, right? This is about getting their hands dirty and really having them dive into real business models, right? So that way they can move into that. So what are your thoughts on preparing young people outside of Build Tribe, just preparing young people for a future in the trades?
Yeah, I think that, like you said, take the Build Tribe out of it with the skills and such as hammering and sawing and things. I think one of the big things is just responsibility. And I think you and I have talked about, the difference between enabling and empowering these kids to come to work on time and to, have respect for the individuals that they're working for and know how important it is to have a job. I think, and manage money and manage an apartment and a car and all of those things. And I know that Cornerstones of Care does a fabulous job of doing all of those life skills that have to happen are more important than anything else. And Cornerstones of Care is great at doing that. And then it's just a bonus when you put everything that Build Tribe does on top of that.
Sheila, thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to say to everyone out there before we shift on?
No, I think the only thing that I would say is that if you're a company out there and you're working with contractors, rather than go out and look for the lowest number that you can possibly get to build a building, any kind of building, no matter what it is, you should be asking, rather than asking for the low number, you should be asking what those companies are doing to give back to the community. Because just like Calvin said and Celina said, we have to take care of our youth, and we have to take care of Kansas City, and companies all have to give back. And if we're going to be hiring companies to do work for us, we should be expecting that they're going to give back to the community.
Selena, I absolutely agree. And I think anytime that you hire anyone, anytime that you give $1 to anything, I mean, that is a vote, right? That is a very powerful thing. And so for companies like yours, where you are choosing to support the community and provide opportunities for youth, they're not just buying you coming in and installing something. They're buying everything else that goes with that. So Build Tribe, often we're in conversations about the importance of buying local and buying ethically, because I do believe that this is part of how we shape the world that we want. So Sheila, thank you for making that such a big part of your company and just how you conduct yourself in the business world.
Thank you for letting me be a part of tonight, and thank you for all you do for the kids and all for Kansas City.
So you are so welcome, so welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. And before we go any farther, I want to give a huge shout out to CJ in Midland, Michigan. Big donation just came through for $1,000. So CJ, thank you so much. I will be in contact with you about how that money was used and who you helped. That was very, very, very generous. If you want to follow CJ's example, check out our big pal, buildtribe.com. Also Cornerstones of Care. So if we could actually throw up the 3 ways to help graphic again, I don't know if it'd be possible. Boom, there it is. So these are the 3 ways to help, and a link to get you rolling. So if you feel inspired by anything you're seeing tonight, that is a great way to contribute. So while Calvin is composing his new original composition inspired by Selena Tio's Dessert, let's take a moment to walk through and highlight the Savor the Sound box, some of our auction items, and take a look at photos of folks already enjoying themselves. Once again, you can enjoy your Savor the Sound box anytime. Just remember to refrigerate your salted cod. It is salted, but in a refrigerator, it'll last forever, right? But other than that, anytime, that party is ready for you when you're ready for it. So Savor the Sound, the box is an event that arrives at your doorstep. It really is a creative explosion birthed by Selena Tio, Calvin Arsenia, McKinney Makes Media, and the amazingly talented Chris Dong from Birdwick Company. Huge, huge shout out to her. That was the big designer behind the cookbook and a lot of what you are seeing. So with the help of the Build Tribe instructor, Dom Ward, I want to do a quick unboxing so you all can see what is in the box. Dom, thank you for helping me, my friend. So these are exclusive ingredients prepared by Selena Tio and our youth. So there's bear, gremolado oil, the salted cod. These will be some of the things that are a little harder to find, so we included them, and that way you get something directly from Selena's kitchen. We also have very in-depth instructions on how to use the box, and then of course the cookbook goes into how to actually cook the food. Those instructions include these handy little cards. One is about how to take part in our photo contest, Savor the Sound Light event program, which is happening now. After this is done, you can kind of throw that away. And then there is this card, very important. It is another QR and link along with password for seeing your exclusive videos if you buy the box. We also have these really beautiful tea towels with the Savor the Sound logo. It's a little hard to see, so just buy the box, then you can get the full experience. And then, of course, we have the Savor the Sound cookbook. So this is a real labor of love. It is hand-bound by our students. You can see that we laser engraved the covers. This is wood. And then you have all of the recipes, the video links. You have information about Build Tribe, information about the participating artists. And then the QR codes are right here throughout. You scan those with your phone, and those will take you to the videos that are relating to that culinary experience, right? So the exclusive music videos and the exclusive cooking videos with Selena Tio. There is also the cutting or the cheese boards. So these are also made by our youth in our wood shop, metal shop. So every box comes with one of these. And then if you want to up and have the full experience, we also have cocktail kits available. So this, where did the coasters go? Oh, they're right in front of me, of course. Thanks, Greg. So this is the cocktail, and this is enough for 3 very healthy cocktails. So if you are a heavy hand, you will be very happy with this. And then 2 Build Tribe coasters. So that comes with the cocktail box. And if you like the cheese board that you just saw, if you like the cocktail coasters, we have a lot more items available on our auction sites. So with that, I'm going to hand it over completely to Dom, and he's going to show you some of our auction items.
Hey guys, we've got cutting boards, we've got tables. I'll show you guys that in a minute. These are all built by Build Tribe kids. We've taught them everything they need to take care of all these. It's pretty great. Here's one of our tables that we make. These can be custom made as well. They do all the welding. Plant stands as well, and you can find all of these on our website, buildtribe.com.
Don, thank you so much. So with that, let's take a look at some of you at home enjoying your Savor the Sound experience. Slideshow. All right, so we had a few other big donations come through. So I would like to thank Rachel Crabb, Ian Spaeth, Frederick Pfizer, I hope I'm saying that right, and Josh Dudick. So thank you so much for that. We also had a question from Paul McCorkle, which is how can folks get custom pieces? Great question, Paul. If you would like a Build Tribe custom piece, and we have done everything from full reception desks and waiting areas to dining room sets. Just contact us through our buildtribe.com website. Let us know what your project is and what you would like to have made. We can also personalize any of the items that you see. Say you have a wedding coming up, or you would like to, like Benson Method recently just did with Megan Dudick. If you would like to personalize, right, your cutting board with your company's name, logo, we can do all of that too. So lots of options there. So Calvin Arsenia is setting up on stage now to perform his song, inspired by the dessert he tried earlier. As he tunes his harp, we would like to, excuse me, I'm talking a lot. As he tunes his harp, we would like to once again say thank you. We have already raised an amazing amount of money for the cause and are just shy of our goal. The support and funds from tonight will go to critical supports for our youth. It will allow us to provide real-world experience, connect them to community, and put money directly into their pockets for first cars, first apartments, and their first set of tools. This is very important. Our youth apprentices are paid for their hard work and labor. That money goes to them starting their lives after foster care. Right now, you are part of the solution just by being here with us tonight. If you have donated, thank you so much. If you would still like to donate, we will put up the donation card again. There it is. But go to, what is this? Oh, sorry, another question just came in. Oh, now I lost my place, Craig. Dang it. But go to our site to make a donation, bid on a Build Tribe auction item, or find future ways to support. Beyond financial donations and sales, we are always looking for employers, mentors, and volunteers. This is one of the biggest ways that you can help us help the youth. We've had a lot of incredible mentors, volunteers, and supporters over the years, and it really is a big, big piece that allows us to flourish and thrive. Some big supporters and donors, if we want to cut back to me, that we would really like to thank. Cultivate Kansas City, Kansas City Community Gardens. We are right now working with Heartland Conservation Alliance, which is amazing. So these donors are critical to helping us. These folks are critical to helping us do the mission that we're doing. We would also like to thank Ryan Waller, Jada Peterson, Sally Hornstra, Kristen Johnson, Chris Peterson, Jean Campbell, and Heather Waterfield. Thank you for your donations. I just saw that those came through. So there's a lot of ways that you could really make a difference for youth here in Kansas City. There's a lot of ways that you can have a direct impact. As part of volunteering and mentoring, we also are always welcoming visitors to our farm sites and to our other learning sites. So come and take a tour, see your money in action, see what we are doing to really make a difference for youth in Kansas City. All right, so without further ado, I would like to present to you
Calvin Arsenia.
It is easy to assume storms mean destruction, but every living thing needs rain. I'm gonna sing that again. It is easy to assume storms mean destruction, but every living thing needs the rain. Don't forget, the sun's always just above the clouds. Every time, don't you fret. Love will find a way every time. To you and I, don't forget, the sun's always just above the clouds. Every time, don't you fret. Love will find a way to you and I every time. Every time. Storms mean destruction, but every living thing needs the rain. It is easy to assume storms mean destruction, but every living thing needs rain, needs the and the storm's always just the rain, and the sun's always just above the clouds. Yeah, the sun's always just above the clouds. Yeah, the sun's always just above the clouds.
Calvin, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Our auction will stay live for another hour, and after that, you can always find us on buildtribe.com and cornerstonesofcare.org. Thanks again to Selena, Calvin, and everyone else that came together to make Savor the Sound 2021 such an amazing experience. And a big, big thank you to our $5,000 level sponsor, True North Outdoor. They have been a big supporter of ours for a very long time. And we are always, always very thankful for their advice, their mentorship, and everything that they do for our youth and families. I hope you all have a very warm, happy, and beautiful night. From everyone at Cornerstones of Care, Build Tribe, and Savor the Sound, thank you so, so much.
It is easy to assume. Easy to assume. Stops me destruction. Yeah.